Okay, listen, I want you guys to throw everything out of your mind that you know or you think you know about diagnosis and all the stigma around medication management, all of those things. Throw it out the window because I'm here to tell you everything negative that you have heard is either a lie or it's someone's own personal experience, meaning it happened to them, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen to you. I'm Deidre. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk to you guys today about being medicated for ADHD. And because it is my own personal lived experience. Yes, I am a clinician, but also I'm a human. So I have my own issues and things that I deal with. And so today I'm going to talk to you guys about the side effects of the medication that I'm taking. First, let me tell you how it has indeed changed my life. And we're going to talk about how First things first is things move slowly. When I say they move slowly, I mean my brain has slowed down. It's much quieter. Not that I had people talking in my head or anything. It's tabs. I had tons of tabs open in my head. The best way I could explain it is like your internet browser. Just a list of things always going in my head. And I had a lot of anxiety. I mean, a lot of it. Taking medication has worked wonders for me because I now understand the importance of just slowing down and it feels good. I don't have to rush. There's nowhere to go. There's no fire. There's literally no one rushing me or like forcing me to go fast, but my own self. So I have learned to just take a chill pill. When I say anxiety is very low, my anxiety is very low about anything really. Things that used to just bring me simple things that used to bring me anxiety no longer do. I'm able to say I don't want to deal with that or I have the capacity to deal with that, and that's just it. So let's get into it. So I take Focalin, 10 milligrams because I tested on a level enough to be prescribed medication, and to say that I have ADHD, I think it was level 24, which I believe was the lowest, but still I needed it. And I'll tell you why I know I needed it, because things are so different for me now. I now things don't aggravate me as much. Like sitting in meetings, y'all, I hated meetings and I still don't like them. I don't get me wrong, I still hate them, but they're bearable. I'm not complaining about them. I'm not crying to go to work the next day because I don't want to sit in anybody's meeting. I'm not, I'm always the last person to the meeting because I don't want to do small talk. Don't get me wrong, but I don't have time to ask about your dog. I don't really care about what happened on the weekend. That was me before, because it's like I have things to do, other things that are important, really important to me, and small talk just is not, and it was very uncomfortable. Now it's okay. I don't like it, but I'm okay. I can deal with it. My nervous system isn't on alert and I'm not angry. And that's another thing. When your nervous system is on alert, or when you feel like you're angry, it's protection. Like you feel like you're protect. Like I just need to go, because if not, I'm gonna be behind, and then something is gonna happen. That's all my thought process. But it's okay. Things have calmed down. So let's get into. We're gonna do first the positive side effects, and we're gonna talk about the negative side effects, which there aren't a lot of. They're more positive than there are negatives. Also, let me say, do what's best for you. If you feel like medication doesn't work for you and you want to go all natural, do it. Nobody's stopping you. However, for me, it doesn't work. For me, I need medication. My brain needs that stimulant to be able to function. And I'm not afraid to say it. I actually love it here. So let's get into it. First thing first, I already told you guys, focus is better. I can focus on one task at a time. Normally, I might be doing notes, and in the middle of the notes, I remember, I need to add a child into DECA. So I'll go over to DECA, add the child. I need to go over here and call this parent. I'll text the parent or whatever. Do that. I forgot to put in my other notes. So I put in the note into Child Plus. Okay, boom. I need to prepare for the next client. But I never complete the things that I started to do. And that was getting a little... I was tiring myself out with that, because at the end of the day, I still had a lot of things. Like I would come home and do work, and I hate that. I never want to bring any work home, especially not from my full time. Now, part-time and my own business, work all day long, but full-time, no thank you. So I needed to really complete those things, right? Next thing is calmer, so much more calmer. Like I can breathe through things. I'm not, just like snappy, snap to people that aggravate me. I could say, okay, what is it that this person needs from me? How can I provide it for them in a way that's not offensive? Or how can I provide it to them in a way that's not triggering my own nervous system? Because a lot of time my nervous system is triggered, but I'm so nice on the outside. I'm just like, okay. But on the inside, I'm kicking and screaming. I'm taking care of me this year. I'm not worried about what everybody else is doing. I'm taking care of what I need. So my nervous system is a lot calmer. With that being said, I can think like my thoughts are complete thoughts. I can really have a full conversation without going from one thing to the next and then coming back around. And I do that because it's like I feel like everything needs to be explained. No, I'm going to say what I have to say, get to the point we're done, right? I also feel like I can remember things more. So it's easier for me to have conversations with people and not be so concerned about, am I going to remember what they just said to me, or worrying about, something else that's already happened, or worrying even how I'm going to respond to that person. That is a lot of work, y'all. My brain, it almost makes me like sad or teary eyed thinking about how much I was working overtime and I didn't have to, because there's help out here. Appetite control, I'm not really hungry. I have to set timers for myself to really eat, and that's definitely not always good, but it does help cut down on my snacking, and it's going to help me lose weight. So I and also it makes things taste bitter. That's another thing that I don't like, is that it's bitter. um let's see, I can finish tasks. I talked about that. I'm not as sensitive to things. I don't like when people tell me something that I already know. It grinds my gears. And so, because my thought process is, did you not think I was smart enough to know that? Did you not think I'm competent? Like, I know to do that already. You don't need to tell me. So now I'm less likely to be offended by stuff like that and just be like, okay, whatever. You just wanted to waste your breath and say that. It's fine. It's okay. Like, I'm not bothered by it. Also, I'm less stressed about, like, let's say for instance, someone calls me and I am in a meeting and I have to text like a friend, and I have to text them back, hey, I'm in a meeting. I'll call you back in a minute. There's a lot of built up anxiety because I'm like, do they need something? What, am I missing something? It's like, oh no, they might need me and I can't get to them type thing. And it's okay. Like, that has happened so many times since I've been taking this medication, where they've contacted me, I can't get to them, I'm okay. Or if I call someone and they don't answer, my brain is always like, oh no, are they okay? Did something happen to them? Not anymore. Now it's like, I just move on to the next thing that I need to do, and they'll call back. And if they don't, that's okay too. Life goes on. I feel like my thinking, I think I said that before too, my thinking is a little bit clearer. I can just really do what I need to do and be confident that I can do that thing, and not worry about memory, or worry about, is it going to sound right? Or, am I going to sound crazy? That type of thing. I'm not as overwhelmed by tasks. So for instance, like folding my clothes, putting the dishes in the dishwasher, like I'm going to clean my house because it gets to a point where it's like, oh girl, we can't do this. But I am now more so motivated to do those things. It's not overwhelming. I don't prolong them. I don't put them off to do something different because I'm overwhelmed by that one task. Medication isn't a magic pill, but it just gives you that boost, that chemical boost that you need to be motivated to do the task. So, and I think it's going to help too with working out, because lately I've been not motivated, but now I feel like I, want to get out. I want to do things. I want to engage with people. So it's a lot better. Like I said, I'm more willing to be social. Before, it was like, I want to go work and home. Don't want to do nothing else. I want to talk to my 2-3 people that I normally talk to in a pattern. Don't want nobody else added, nobody subtracted. Everybody stay where you are. Okay, that's what I wanted. But now it's like, it would be nice to go out and have coffee, or it would be nice to just go out and eat with myself. Anything, I don't care, just something different. I am, let's see. Also, a weird thing, y'all, my handwriting has changed. I am now able to, like, it's more legible. How about that? I can understand more what I'm writing. And I think that's just due to my brain slowing down and doing what I need to do. Another good thing is that because comprehension is a lot better or easier, I always could comprehend. It was just I felt like I had to work overtime. But since it's a lot easier now, reading the Bible has been chef's kiss. It's been great. Easy to understand, easier to understand. And I feel like I have this thing where I am not in a rush in life in general. So it's okay that I'm becoming more content with where I am in life. And it just all of a sudden, it's like it doesn't feel so rushy. And it's like, okay, God, what is it that you want from me? Like, whatever your timing is, I'm okay with it, truly. And because I'm not triggered, or I'm not just rushing and sad and mourning because I'm not where I want to be. And I'm now just kind of enjoying the wave of life and just living. So those are the positive things. Let's talk about the negative things that I have that I've experienced. So appetite decrease. So you could become dehydrated or malnourished because you kind of forget to eat. But instead, like I said, I set timers to help out with that, and it helps a lot. I also feel like it's easier to, when you have a goal to lose weight, it's easier to be like, oh yes, that's a good thing. But I have to also keep in mind that nutrition is important. So I need fiber, I need protein, I need starch, I need all those things. So increased blood pressure. So I do take blood pressure medication, and this does increase your blood pressure. So you have to keep a watch on that. I do feel some days where I'm more like my feet kind of are swollen, but I also think tingling in your feet and hands is a part of this, as a side effect as well, if I remember right. But blood pressure is increasing, but mine so far has been stable. So I plan to keep it that way. Slight headache when you first take the medication, and it's when you're coming down. So I forgot to kind of explain it, but I'll explain at the end how the medication works. But it's a slight headache when you're coming down off of it. But that was only for the first 2 days. On one day, 4 or 5, something like that. I think day 4. So I don't have a headache at all. I actually don't feel anything, except for I might have had like a minor cramp in my stomach. The first day, though, I did have a little bit of stomach pain, but that goes away, and it's not terrible. It's really slight. Mouth gets dry, so they tell you you're going to have dry mouth, so drink a lot of water because it does happen. And kind of groggy when you first take it. That was my first impression of the medication, was like I just had taken Benadryl, and it was my body just trying to adjust to it. And after a while, you still feel the initial not shock, but effects of the medication when you first take it. But again, as the day goes on, it kind of wears off. So how it works is that I have a 12-hour, it lasts me for 12 hours, and it's the extended release. So that's just basically what it is. It's for 12 hours. It's, emptying into my system. But after it wears off, like after the nighttime, or when you're supposed to take it early in the morning with or without food. And the earlier you take it, is the better, because you don't want to be up all night. I had almost experienced that last night. Took it at 9, and I feel like it did not empty out of my system until like 12 or 1 o'clock. So the earlier that you take the medication, the better, because it will keep you up. But oddly, it also kind of makes me drowsy. Like I'm really tired, but I also think that could be due to my body again trying to regulate. So I would suggest take it early, and if you can, start on a day where you don't have to drive or be somewhere, so you can figure out how your body reacts to it. But I'm really sensitive to medicine. A half of a Benadryl knocks me out, and I can't really function. So there's that. Um, so what is it blocks your brain from being able to empty out of those chemicals too soon, because when you have ADHD, it empties out faster than a person who doesn't have ADHD. So this medication does is it blocks out basically the ability to empty it out quickly, and this really good feeling of I can do this. Like life is good. It's just better because it balances. This is a level 2 controlled substance, so there is a warning that people could become addicted to it or whatever. I try not to take it on days that I don't need it. So if I'm not in the office, if I'm not, like having to do a lot of work or something I don't need to sustain focus on or attention on, I try not to take it. So usually Saturdays and Sundays are my off days, or I might take it on like a Friday. I might not take it on a Friday because I'm home, I'm working, but I usually don't have like a long laundry list of work things to do. So that's it. I also will tell you that I feel like it makes me a better clinician because on two levels. One, because this is my lived experience. Like I truly have lived this. I know how hard it is to navigate life without it and what it looks like with taking the medication. So I can advocate for my clients. I could give them that experience. I could also be with them if there are clients that don't want the medication. I can sit with them in that moment and truly like empathize with them and say, I understand what you are going through, and maybe even give them tips that work for me while I'm on the medication. They could work off medication as well. And I feel like it's just it helps me to also be able to sustain focus when I'm researching different things that deal with what my clients are dealing with, when I need to take more trainings to gain more experience and more knowledge on like modalities and different treatment processes and stuff like that. Like I can really dig into it, where before I did, but it was like I worked so hard to do it. It became so tiring. And regardless that I graduated from social work with a almost 4.0, I worked so hard for that. And so knowing that I don't have to work that hard, it feels really good. And it makes me actually want to get back on the learning curve and get back in there and learn new things. So that's my experience so far with medication. Focalin, I'm on I got it on day 6, almost day 7. So it's almost been a whole week and I'm feeling good. I don't feel like a different person. I feel like I am the person I'm supposed to be. So I hope you find this video helpful for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you're comfortable. If you're on medication, if you've taken it, if you didn't like it, tell me if you're taking natural remedies. Let me know. I'm interested in knowing what other people are using or what is working for other people. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll probably talk about some tips and things that I've learned and things that I'm doing. Also, I'm going to talk about how this is integrated with my faith a little bit. I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into that. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all hit the comment. Don't forget to share this with someone else as well. And I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.